Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to Hello Word. I am Alex, your host and friendly guide on this exciting journey of learning English. Today, we will explore a set of words that you are likely to hear or use in a breakfast setting. This is a perfect way to build up your vocabulary by focusing on items that appear on the table in the early hours of the day. Whether you are a beginner or you have been practicing English for a while, my hope is that you will come away from this episode with greater familiarity and confidence in using these words in conversations. Before we dive into each term, I want to share a simple learning tip. Sometimes we learn words by simply memorizing them. However, I encourage you to picture the object or situation in your mind. Then, speak the word aloud in a sentence that feels natural. By doing so, you allow your brain to build a stronger connection to the concept. This helps you remember the word more easily. Now, let us begin with the wonderful world of breakfast vocabulary, starting with one of the most basic foods around. Bread is a staple food made from flour and water. It is often baked into loaves or other shapes, and you will see it on breakfast tables in many cultures. In English, the word bread captures a wide variety of products such as white bread, whole wheat bread, or even sweetbreads containing fruits and spices. We see bread slices served with butter, jam, or peanut butter as a quick way to start the day. You might hear people say, "Could you pass me the bread?" during a meal. Another example is, "I like to toast my bread in the morning before adding butter." When you think of bread, remember that it is a common, versatile food that appears in many forms. Orange juice is a popular beverage made from squeezed or pressed oranges. People often enjoy orange juice at breakfast because it offers a sweet and tangy taste, as well as vitamin C. In everyday English, you might hear people say, "I will have a glass of orange juice, please," or sometimes "I prefer orange juice instead of coffee in the morning." You might also see abbreviations like OJ, which is a casual way to refer to orange juice in conversation. The word juice can refer to the liquid from any fruit or vegetable, but when we say orange juice, we specifically mean that refreshing drink made from oranges. Roll refers to a small, round piece of bread. Rolls are often served as individual portions, which makes them especially convenient at breakfast. In English, people use the word roll to talk about many different versions, such as dinner rolls, breakfast rolls, or sandwich rolls. You could hear someone say, "I enjoy a warm bread roll with butter first thing in the morning." Another statement might be, "These rolls are perfect for making mini sandwiches." By using the word roll, you emphasize that it is a single serving of bread, usually smaller than a loaf, but larger than a bite-sized pastry. Milk is a white liquid that is produced by mammals, commonly cows, goats, or other sources, and it is used widely in cooking and drinking. In English, we use the word milk to talk about dairy milk, though there are also plant-based alternatives like almond milk or oat milk that mimic its look and feel. People often pour milk on cereal, add it to coffee or tea, or drink it on its own. For example, you might ask someone, "Would you like milk in your coffee?" Another everyday sentence is, "I ran out of milk, so I have to pick some up at the store." In general, milk is a fundamental ingredient for breakfast items around the world. Cheese is a solid food made from the milk of cows, goats, sheep, or other animals. It can come in many flavors, textures, and forms, such as cheddar, mozzarella, or brie. When discussing the word cheese, you might hear expressions like, "A sandwich always tastes better with a slice of cheese," or "I love to pair cheese with fresh bread and fruit." In a casual context, when taking photos, people often say cheese as a playful way to encourage a big smile. Cheese is a versatile food that can make a simple breakfast more interesting, whether served in slices, grated, or melted on toast. Jam is a sweet spread made by cooking fruit with sugar until it becomes thick and spreadable. In English, The word jam typically describes a fruit-based preserve that is often paired with bread, toast, or pastries. You might hear, "I love strawberry jam on my morning toast," or "I prefer raspberry jam in my peanut butter sandwich." Sometimes, people use the word jam in informal ways, such as, "I am in a jam," which means they are in a troublesome situation. When referring to breakfast, however, jam always means that sweet, fruity spread that brightens up any piece of bread. Boiled egg refers to an egg cooked by placing it in boiling water. Some people prefer a soft boiled egg with a runny center, while others enjoy a hard-boiled egg with a fully cooked yolk. In English, when someone says, "I will have a boiled egg for breakfast," they are indicating that the egg is cooked in hot water rather than fried or scrambled. Another example is, "Hard-boiled eggs are convenient for lunchboxes." This term focuses on a very simple but nutritious way to prepare eggs. You might also hear different cooking times for boiled eggs, such as, "It takes about 5 minutes to get a soft boiled egg." Muesli is a mix of raw rolled oats, grains, nuts, seeds, and dried fruits that is often served with milk or yogurt. English speakers use the word muesli to refer to a healthy breakfast cereal, sometimes enjoyed cold or soaked overnight. You might hear something like, "I love starting my day with muesli and fresh berries for extra flavor." Another statement could be, "Muesli gives me energy to stay focused in the morning." Unlike granola, which is typically baked and sweetened, muesli is often a bit less sweet and has a lighter texture. It is considered by many people to be a balanced breakfast option. Cappuccino is a type of coffee that combines espresso, steamed milk, and a top layer of milk foam. This term comes from Italian, but it is widely used in English-speaking countries to describe that creamy, frothy coffee drink. You might hear, "I need a cappuccino to wake up in the morning," or "My favorite coffee shop serves the best cappuccino in town." Sometimes, the foam on top is sprinkled with cocoa or cinnamon for additional taste. When you say cappuccino, you signal that you prefer a milky coffee with a rich, velvety texture as opposed to a simple black coffee. Butter is a dairy product made by churning cream. In English, butter is known as a common spread and cooking ingredient that adds richness to meals. During breakfast, people might spread butter on toast, melt it on pancakes, or stir it into oatmeal for extra flavor. You could hear expressions like, "Can you pass the butter, please?" Or, "I always add a dab of butter to my scrambled eggs." Butter is also used in many baking recipes, giving pastries their flaky or tender texture. This simple word is often one of the first that English learners encounter when talking about breakfast foods. Cereal is a catch-all term for a group of breakfast foods made from processed grains. Most cereals in English-speaking countries are eaten cold, with milk poured on top. Common types include cornflakes, rice puffs, or sweetened varieties with chocolate or fruit flavors. You might hear a friend say, "I do not have much time in the morning, so I usually eat cereal," or "My kids love cereal with a bit of sugar." The word cereal can also refer to grains like wheat, oats, or barley, especially when discussing agricultural processes, but in daily conversation it almost always means a boxed breakfast product. Croissant is a flaky pastry that originated in France, but it is commonly enjoyed all over the world. In English, croissant refers to a crescent-shaped pastry made of a delicate, buttery dough that is layered and folded multiple times. You might hear someone say, "I would love a warm croissant for breakfast," or "This bakery is known for its authentic French croissants." Sometimes people slice them in half and add fillings such as ham and cheese or sweet spreads like chocolate hazelnut cream. The name croissant has become so common in English-speaking places that people do not usually translate it. Instead, they simply say croissant. Cornflakes are a type of breakfast cereal made from toasted flakes of corn. The word cornflakes in English points to a well-known, crunchy product often enjoyed with cold milk. You could hear, I have a quick bowl of cornflakes every morning, or cornflakes add a nice crunch to my yogurt parfait. Because they are so recognizable, many people simply refer to any flaked cereal as cornflakes, though that might not be entirely accurate. The name stands out because it combines corn, which is the main ingredient, with flakes, describing the cereal's shape and texture. Fruit yogurt is a dairy product that combines yogurt with bits of fruit or fruit puree. In English, when we say fruit yogurt, we mean any type of yogurt that has a fruity flavor mixed in, such as strawberry, blueberry, or peach. You might hear someone say, I always reach for fruit yogurt when I need a quick and tasty snack, or fruit yogurt is a nice way to add more dairy and vitamins to my breakfast. People often eat it on its own or add granola and fresh fruit for more texture. It is a simple expression that pairs the words fruit and yogurt, communicating exactly what you are getting. Fresh fruit refers to fruit that has not been canned, frozen, or dried. In everyday English, people often highlight the word fresh to emphasize that the fruit is ripe and ready to eat. You might hear, I like to start my day with some fresh fruit and a cup of coffee, or the market sells fresh fruit that is locally grown. This term can be used in many contexts, whether you are talking about a fruit salad, a single apple, or a tray of berries. Fresh fruit brings natural sweetness and a range of vitamins to your morning meal. Muesli bar is a snack bar made from muesli ingredients like oats, nuts, and dried fruit that have been compressed into a handy bar shape. English speakers use the term muesli bar to identify a portable version of muesli, often sweetened with honey or syrup and baked or pressed together. Someone might say, I keep a muesli bar in my bag for a quick breakfast on busy days, or muesli bars are a healthier alternative to candy bars. The key idea is that it contains the same grains and fruits as a bowl of muesli, but in a compact form that you can eat without a spoon. Wheat germ is the nutritious, innermost part of the wheat kernel. In English, wheat germ refers to the segment of the grain that is usually removed during the refining process but kept in whole wheat products. It is packed with vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats, making it a popular addition to cereals, smoothies, and yogurt. You might hear, I like to sprinkle wheat germ on my oatmeal for extra nutrition, or wheat germ gives a pleasant nutty flavor to my baked goods. Although it can be a lesser-known product for some people, it is a valuable ingredient to have in a well-balanced breakfast routine. We have covered quite a few breakfast items and their English names. From bread to wheat germ, every word carries its own unique meaning, common expressions, and usage examples that can help you communicate more effectively in daily life. I hope this episode has broadened your vocabulary and given you confidence to speak about one of the most important meals of the day. Remember to practice these words in your own conversations or writing, and do not hesitate to bring them up when you discuss your morning routines. Thank you so much for joining me here on Hello Word. If you enjoyed this episode, I encourage you to subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your feedback is what keeps our show growing and allows more learners to benefit from these lessons. I look forward to bringing you more exciting English tips and vocabulary in future episodes. Until then, stay curious and keep practicing. I am Alex, and this has been Hello Word. Take care and talk to you soon.